Hello, there is only one person here so far, but I will get started. Just give me a sec because I realized the chat is not synced up to the current chat, so give me a sec. There we go, it's loading. Hello! Yes, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV today. Don't mind this, the loading screen because that's not the expansion that we will be playing. But yeah. Hi Mill, nice to see you again. Thank you so much for joining early and stuff. I hope more people will join a bit later and everything. So yeah, for anyone who's watching the VODs, hi, I'm Mewa-Chu. We are playing a very beloved game of mine. So I first found out about this from my brother, who is a legacy player. So basically he played the very, very first version of Final Fantasy XIV. And that version has now been nuked because it was so bad. And so, you know, they took down that whole game. They rebuilt it all the way from like ground up and stuff. And yeah, so that's the version that we're playing. It is Final Fantasy XIV online. We're gonna go through all of the story. So anything with like, you know, the main scenario, quest marker. We'll also be doing like some of the side content, so like the blue quest markers that you'll be seeing throughout the game, mainly because they unlock certain things and just unlock like, you know, little extra things, but not necessarily like every single little bit of content because there is so much to cover. So for anyone who is wondering, I am playing this on PC, but I am playing this with a PlayStation 4 controller. This is the character that we're going to be playing as. So she's already named Mewa-Chu. She is, her class is Thaumaturge, which it evolved into Black Mage after a certain level. Mainly because it's the class that I'm most used to, and it's a race that I love playing as. But before we get started, I will go into new character just to show off the new move, the different races and stuff that you can play as, just so, you know, the people who aren't able to play, you still get to experience, like, you know, as much content as possible, and stuff. So here, like, so there's, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, as of the most recent expansion, there's 8 different races. You can play as both male and female of each race, and so they don't give you any advantage of the game. It's just entirely how you look, you know, physically wise. There's no advantage or disadvantage anymore. There was something during the character creation that did sort of used to give you an advantage, but they removed that like many years ago now. So it's no longer relevant to what we're doing essentially. But yeah, let's start off with the Hyur. The Hyur are said to have first traveled to Eorzea from her surrounding continents and islands. 3 great migratory waves later, they are now the most populous of all civilized races. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both in height and build, and are known for their peculiar short, round ears. Hyurs are well suited for traveling long distance by foot, a trait thought to account for their swift proliferation. Their espoused in a Atlantic variety of languages and traditions is a legacy of their diverse heritage, as is their resulting a lack of unified cultural identity. Love me a good elf boy. Yeah, the elf boys are really good. There is one of my favorite characters in this game is an elf boy, so we'll be seeing a lot of him soon. So yeah, with every different race, not only can you choose between, you know, male and female, there is also like sub-clans. So if we go into here, as you can see, there's a Midlander and a Highlander. It just like gives them a few different like physical traits. So with the Midlander, it says that the Midlander clan comprises of half of the total population of Eorzea's Hyurs. They have established themselves throughout every city in the realm and lead lives as diverse as their heritage. Trained in letters from infancy, the Midlanders are generally more educated than many of the other races and clans. Despite the fact that males tend to be slightly taller than females, there are no significant differences between the genders. there is the starting attributes, but they don't really give you that much of an advantage later on in the game. And then, yeah, as you can see, the Highlanders' like starting attributes are slightly higher, but as I said, it's not really as relevant nowadays. The Highlanders are the first of the Hyurs to reach Eorzea. Their names diverse from their long tradition of building strongholds in the mountains compared to their Midland brethren. The Highlanders are noticeably taller in in build. Of late, Highlanders have become an increasingly rare sight in Eorzea. Their numbers represent the most exclusively by those who fled Alamigo after its fall and now work in the desert city-state of Uldar as mercenaries and sellswords, or whatever you pronounce that word. But yeah, if I select one of these, you can basically do anything. Well, yeah, there's loads of different attributes that you can do, so you can always change their height. Every race has, you know, a maximum and a minimum height. For Hyurs, I've never actually played or like designed a Hyur character. I don't think I may have designed one, but you can muscle tone. Yeah, I guess it's because if I press down this button, you can sort of see their whole physique and stuff. And it's more so like, you know, when you're changing gear and like weapons, you can sort of see their bodies and stuff. And then it's also like, you know, you get swimwear in the game. Not that it gives you any advantage or anything, but like, you know, if you want to look at a cute cat girl or something, then you can design their bodies. Let's see. You can also change their face. So there's a lot more different face shapes for male Hyurs. Interesting. I've never actually seen this before. And then they have a variety of different skin tones as well. Depending on what race you play as, there is also much more different varieties of skin tone. So the Rogadin, for example, I think one of their clans give you like a green skin tone, which is what you'll see like a lot of the NPC Rogadins will have. And then say like with the Mikote, which are the cat girls, or like, you know, the cats essentially, Seekers of the Sun will have a warmer skin tone, whereas Keepers of the Moon will have a much cooler skin tone because of, you know, the differences between their races. So it's pretty cool that way. With hairstyles, every single race will always have at least like, I believe it's 4 different hairstyles that's unique to that gender. I might be wrong in this. I don't really... well, I change my hairstyle quite often, but it's not... you know, I haven't changed in a while, but yeah. And then there are some hairstyles that are locked to certain races, and stuff. But there's also optional ones that you can get later on in the game, just by like, you know, it's all optional, so you don't have to necessarily pick them up and stuff. I feel like I spend a lot of time in character creation. See if I play this game. Yeah, I have like 3 different. Well, I have my main account and then 3 alternative accounts, and it's like it's really fun to see what optional like things there are in the game. But say for example, if I was on my main account, or like, you know, the main character I play as, if you ever wanted to change their whole appearance to say like, you know, if I was playing as a Hyur and I wanted to play as a Rogadin, there is an item that you can buy with real money from the online store that will allow you to like change like you know, their appearance and everything. So that's always cool. So that's the... Oops. No, let's go back. That's a Hyur. This is an Elezen. Let's see. In Elezen, in former times, the Elezen were the sole inhabitants of Eorzea, claiming dominion over her. Traditionally, a nomadic people... sorry, I got distracted by my cat. Traditionally a nomadic people, the tall, slender Elezen believed the realm to be theirs by divine right. Unfortunately, this belief made the eventual appearance of the Hyur in their multitude akin to an invasion, and a long history of conflict ensued. Ultimately, the Elezen diverged into 2 clans that exist today. The Wildwood Elezen took the forests to protect their homeland, while the Duskrite Elezen withdrew to the caves and subterrane, opting instead to avoid all conflict with any but their own. That's an elf. It is a very strong elf boy. So let's see. With the Wildwood Elezen, for hundreds of years, the Wildwood Elezen have lived in the relatively safety of Eorzea's lush forest. With the formation of Eorzea's government, however, many Wildwood venture forth from the forests, drawn to the exhilarating cosmopolitanism of nearby Gridania. There is minimal deformism between the two genders, though males are generally considered to be milder and more chivalrous in demeanor. Among their Duskrite brethren, Wildwood Elezen are referred to as Greens for their love of the forest. Yeah, so in certain areas there is a lot of elves. In the first expansion, Heaven's Ward, it is, you know, that whole entire like city that you sort of like use as your hub. It is completely filled with elf boys. That whole expansion is just elves. Duskrite. Centuries ago, a number of Elezen sought out a life of peace and seclusion in the depths of Eorzea's caves and caverns. Today they are called the Duskrite, though to their Wildwood cousins they are simply known as the Greys, after their preference for darkness and stone. The cave-dwelling ways of the Duskrite persist, with some among them turning to robbery and pillaging to survive, earning them the scorn of their woodland relatives. There are a few differences between the genders, but the Duskrite females are often regarded to be the most passionate and unyielding of the two. Sounds similar to how D&D's elves are described. Yeah, that is pretty right. Yeah, because I think with D&D elves, they're like, you know, they're obviously a bit different. I used to play as a Mark of the Shadow elf, but I really didn't live up to that kind of elf life. So I believe the if I change it to female, yeah, I think when I was playing, when I designed a Duskrite elf. Let's have a look. So obviously with them being elves, they can become quite tall. So even like a maximum height, like female Elezen, she's almost like 2 meters tall. She's huge. And then this is what I mean with like, you know, the sort of like cooler skin tones because of where, you know, they grew up and everything. So you can have a lot more like darker grays and like dark skin tones and stuff, but it's all like on the cooler, you know, spectrum rather than on the warmer spectrum, which is down here. You can still do it, but it's, you know, there's certain different skin tones that are unique to the race and stuff. And then some of the like Elezen hairstyles are actually really cute. See, what's very interesting is that for Elezen is one of the least played races. Like, I rarely see one. Like, if you see one, it's like every blue moon of like, oh my god, it's an Elezen. Like, you'll see like female Elezen out and about, but like seeing a male one is almost like impossible. I rarely run into them at all. Like, obviously it's a playable like class in the game, you can see them, but it's still very, very rare. So that is the Elezen. I didn't know what to do that. The Lalafell, this is the race that we'll be playing. A wee people sprouting short, rotund bodies, the Lalafell appear as no more than children in the eyes of most. Many of their nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of the maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafells to Eorzea began. Now one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Though Lalafellian culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with the members of all races. I guess cat boys win out. I think nowadays, yeah, well, it's cat girls that usually win out and stuff. But yeah, the race that we'll be playing is Lalafell. So this one is the Dune folk. So if I zoom in really like close to her face, if I can. So you'll notice how her eyes are a lot more like luminous and stuff. If I change it to a brighter color. So like, you know, it's very like luminous and stuff. But if I change to a plains folk, notice how she'll have a bit more of an eye, like a defined iris in her eyes. And that's how you can tell, like, you know, for like certain races, that's how you can tell that like, oh, this is like a Dune folk Lalafell, or this is a plains folk Lalafell. Yeah, so with the Lalafell clans, plains folk from the flat landscapes of the plains folk home islands are where this Lalafellian clan takes its name. Their distinct hair coloration, a myriad of earthy and grassy tones, helps them to blend in well with their environment, acting as an effective camouflage against would-be attackers. It was the similarity of Lalanovska's grassy fields to those in their homeland which drew the first settlers to the island of Velebrand, which is now Limsa. They're a clever and optimistic people and crafty with their words. The generally accepted view of plainsfolk is that they are a vibrant lot with a pretense for extensive conversation. As you can tell, I can't read very well. Oops. And the race that we're going to be playing as is the Dunesfolk. Perhaps the most unique characteristic of the Dunesfolk is their luminous eyes, a result of a glossy protective layer which covers the pupil, and evolutionary respond to their homeland's glaring sunlight. Many individuals wear a small traditional gemstone on their forehead, a symbol of their zodiacal sign. They are adamant about schoolism, pacing the advancement of their knowledge before all else. Other races tend to perceive male Dunesfolk as introverts, who could not care more for books, business, and the prosperity of Uldar, a city-state built upon Dunesfolk in integrity, than the ongoings of the rest of the realm. Yeah, so because so the way that this game works, you are placed into one of the 3 city-states, which is Gridania, Limsa, or Uldar, depending on the class that you choose. So we'll be starting as Uldar, starting in the city-state of Uldar, but we'll be obviously traversing to all of the other ones later in the game. And then the Mikote, I'm gonna put some clothes back on her so you can see all the starting gear that you actually choose, like you have as well. I accidentally took it off and then never put it back on them. See, the Elizon ones aren't that bad. Like, I really like this, the starting Elizon, like, female outfit. But it's like, these outfits are unique to the race and gender. So, like, this starting one for Elizon, for example, you can only get it as a male Elizon. And then, you know, vice versa. The Lalafell ones are really cute. They have this little scarf around them. But yeah, the Mikote, these are the most popular races in the game, which is understandable because they are cute, and of course everyone loves their cats. The Mikote, the ancestors of the Mikote made their way to Eorzea during the Age of Endless Frost, traversing the frozen seas in pursuit of wildlife, upon which they subsisted? Yeah. Adaptation to a hunting lifestyle has fashioned them with a keen sense of smell, powerful legs, and a tail which provides them with exceptional balance. Mikote are known to be very territorial, and many individuals tend to lead a solitary lifestyle, particularly males. So basically, it sounds like real cats. I do really like Mikotes, and, you know, the main class I play as is a Mikote. So yeah, but like what I like about the Mikote, especially the male one, for example, is that like with certain emotes that you can use in the game, they have ear wiggles. They're so cute. Which I guess it's why like a lot of people like playing as them. so this is the Keeper of the Moon. Oops. Let's zoom in. So like this is me and my partner Ray's both play as Mikote, like females. And a lot of people, like sometimes they used to assume that like we're from the same clan, and we're not. So like this is the I want to scratch behind it is they are very, very cute. They deserve all of the scratchies. So with the way that the Mikote, like Keepers of the Moon, as you can see, their iris is like very, very big. It's almost like, you know, they're on the hunt and stuff. So with the Keepers of the Sun, whereas their iris shape, or like just, you know, their irises are just a lot more sharp, as if, you know, they're on the prowl, like, you know, as if they've found their target, and they're gonna go catch them. It could also be like, you know, they're letting in less light and stuff, and that's, you know, related to their clan and their, like, you know, ancestral upbringings and stuff. So let's have a look at that. So the Seekers of the Sun. The self-proclaimed Seekers of the Sun are the diurnal clan of the Mikote race. Their preference for the warm light of day provides all of the aspects of their culture, as is apparent in their devout reverence of Asima, the Warden, the Keeper of the Moon, the Keeper of the Sun, and Goddess of Integrity. No, not integrity. Inquiry. Yeah. They are perhaps known best for their striking eyes, the result of their vertical angled pupils and faintly colored irises. It is also it is also not uncommon for their eyes to be deparated, colored from birth. A trait considered suspicious among their kind. Seeker tribes can be found throughout Eorzea, with a large concentration appearing near Limsa Lamita and Sagaloni Desert. Yeah, so I've noticed this recently of like all of the NPC, like all of the main NPC Mikotes that you meet in the game, they're all Seekers of the Sun, and I have no idea why. But because I really like Keepers of the Moon way better. So here, the Keepers of the Moon, the nocturnal among the Mikote have dubbed themselves the Keepers of the Moon. Shining from the garish light of day, they revel in the shroud of night, with most offering their piety to Menfina, the lover, goddess of the moon. They are distinguishable from their diurnal cousins by their darker fur, larger eyes, and darker fur, larger ears, browner eyes, and more pronounced canines. Yeah, more pronounced canines and longer, skinnier tails. Really? I had no idea. I mean, I guess I get their tails are a bit smaller and stuff. Let's see. The ritual application of war painted to their face is still regularly practiced. It is believed the vivid colors grant lunar powers. After a great many summers of conflict with the people of Gridania, the Keepers have finally made amends with the people of the Sylvan city-state, with some of them even choosing to make their homes there. So I didn't start out in Gridania, but I have a backstory relating to Gridania and stuff, just to, you know, keep it in line with the lore of Final Fantasy and everything. But yeah, which one? I use this face shape. Oops. And then, this is what I also meant with the, you know, the sort of like cooler skin tones and stuff. You can turn them like completely blue if you wanted to. And then if you go to the Seekers of the Sun, their skin palette, you know, is a lot more of a warmer color and stuff, which is always cool that like both the different races have these sort of options and everything. So that's the Mikote. Then there is Rogadin. You'll see a lot of male Rogadins because they're, you know, they're quite big, they're quite burly. You know, the your ideal bear, I guess. But like female Rogadins, they are the least played race. I have not seen a female Rogadin in a very long time, and every time I see one, I'm like, yes, this person knows what a good race is. I love female Rogadins, they are so beautiful. Anyway, the Rogadins are known for their brawny builds and piercing eyes. The Rogadins are the biggest and most rugged of Eorzea's races. The majority of the realm's Rogadin belong to the Sea Wolf clan, a maritime people who earn their keep on or by the sea, be it as soldiers, fishermen, or pirates. Comparatively, fewer in number are the Hellsguard, who are known for their more earnest demeanors and can be found working as bodyguards and smithies. Let's go with a female Rogadin for now. But yeah, they're more like, you know, soldiers of a race and stuff. So they're sea wolves. Long ago, no vessel or coastal village was safe from the fury of the sea wolves and their maritime brand of brutality. The mere mention of the clan was enough to strike fear into the hearts of any who drew their livelihood from the sea. The sea wolves originally hail from the islands of the far North Seas, where they still subsist as fishermen and women. It was not until the large-scale development of Linktr.ee Armada that the sea wolves' appetite for piracy diminished. Now it is not uncommon to see them employed as soldiers or naval mercenaries on all manner of vessels. However, they still have never forgotten their ways of their homeland and still use the ancient Rogadin language in their names. Yeah, you'll notice, so like all of the different races as well has their own different naming conventions, and including like, you know, the differences between the clans as well. They have their own different ways of naming them. And it's like, I always find Rogadin names being the most difficult to pronounce. Hellsguard Rogadins. They are a Rogadin clan with body and mind tempered by the unforgiving heat of the volcanic ruins and they inhabit. Believing these mountains of flame to be gates to the underworld. Their line has been for centuries stood vigil to protect the passage of souls back to the realm of the living. As the harsh environs of their homelands produce little substance, the second and third born are often sent forth from their mountain villages, and with many and more making their way to the great cities. It is there that their sheer grit and steely demeanors place them in high demand as soldiers and sellswords, allowing the young of even the largest families to surpass their elder siblings in prosperity. Again, I want to see like the female Rogadin like options, because it's very, very rare that you see one out in the wild. They have really nice hairstyles too. See, this one's really nice, and you can only use this on female Rogadins. Look how nice this hairstyle is. This is also really nice. Oh, I was thinking of like, oh, is there like a cornrow like hairstyle where it ties into a ponytail? There is. It's just no one plays this race, and so no one sees it. Some of the hairstyles are shared with like some other races, and then some of them aren't. But it's like, you know, yeah, so like after these ones, you can usually get them on like most different races. Because they're all unisex. You can use them regardless of what gender you are. For the majority of them anyway. Obviously for, you know, the beginning ones, they are locked to the gender and race that you're playing. But like, yeah, Rogadin hairstyles are just so nice, and they have such nice faces, I feel like. They're sort of like, you know, they're sort of like a more rugged version of an Elezen. You know? Just without, you know, the elf ears and stuff. They're more... If someone wanted to play, like, you know, a tough-looking elf but can't seem to replicate it, then, you know, Rogadin. Rogadin's your option. And then obviously, yeah, like, all of these other options are more just like eye color, hair color. I will show off the tattoos and face paint, like, later and stuff. Oh, some tattoos are, like, unique to the race. But that's more to do with, you know, the race's lore and everything. But you have a lot of different, like, face paint options as well, and it's pretty funny. Yeah, they are really cool. I love Rogadins. So yeah, these were the original 5 races that you could play, like, from the very beginning. And then when Heaven's Ward came out, which was the first expansion, they introduced a new race called the Aura. The curved horns are and beautifully placed patterned scales are characterized of the Aura. Both give rise to speculation that members of this hare-like race native to the far eastern continent of Offrod are in fact the progeny of dragons. This, however, has long been disputed, with scholars citing several distinct differences in the two races as evidence of their decidedly dissimilar roots. The first and foremost being the enhanced hearing and sparticle recognition granted by an aura's carnial projections, traits not attributed to the draconic horns, and the second being the gross disproportion of body mass between auri males and females. Again, a trait widely unseen in dragons. Yeah, so there's a clear difference between the female auras and the male auras. As you can see, the males are way more in, you know, just way taller compared to female auras. So with the male ones, I've always found ooh, red dragon people. Yeah, they are really cool. So I have one of my retainers on my main account. She's called Candice, and she's an aura. But yeah, they're really cool dragon people. I think I have seen a few things of like people like to think them more as like you know, as more as like lizard people. I think because of their tails. Some of the tail options that you can have, tail shape, make them look a bit more like lizardy, sort of like this one. But then there's like this really thick one where it, you know, makes them look more like dragons and stuff. It is really cool. But you know, I think the lore does tell you like, hey, it is more of a dragon thing than a lizard. But what I find interesting about like their faces, for one thing, they have like, you know, different horns that you can choose from and stuff, but you'll also see that it's in the place of where their ears would be. So I think the lore sort of says that like, oh, they actually, like the way that auras hear is sort of like through the vibrations they hear from their horns, and that's how they listen and stuff. Because if you, like, you know, they don't have actual ears, which also means that if you're wearing earrings on an aura character, they're not wearing, like, you can't see them unless you have like this unless you have this like this horn style. You literally cannot see the earring you're wearing, and it's so sad. But they are really, really cool. A lot of players actually, a lot of Auri players play with this face shape, just cause, like, you know, it's the standard sort of like elegant girl, like, you know, face and stuff. What I don't like is that, you know, the horns are linked to your face, so you can't like say play with this face but you wanted like this horn style or something. It's kind of sad, but this one's really cool. It would be real if they had a horn there. Yeah, I really like auras. You can always add more oh, I don't remember which option it was, but there was an option where like oh yeah, other features, to add more scales onto their face and stuff. So yeah, it's always really cool. So the differences between the clans, like there's a really big stark difference already, is that, you know, it's the coloration of their scales to begin with. So the Rain clan, Auri creation myths tells of a dawn father and a dusk mother from whom all auras are descended. The Rain believe their veins run thick with the blood of the former, so the father. Their brilliant white scales and iron wills serving as proof of their divine lineage. Unlike their sister clan, the Zela, who bloodied the lands with endless tribal conflict, the Reen have embraced a life of tranquility and solitude, along abandoning the nomadic lifestyles of their ancestors to settle in the deep valleys of Offrod mountainous eastern reaches. Only on rare occasions will one emerge from the valley mist to seek adventure in realms afar. Yeah, so we won't be seeing many like Aura NPCs like early on in the game. We don't really see them until Stormblood. But they are a really, really nice looking race, and you'll see a lot like running around and everything. And then there's the Zayla clan, sorry. The Auri creation myth tells of the Dawnfather and the Dustmother, yada yada yada. The Zayla believe their veins run thick with the blood of the latter, so the mother. The lustrous black scales and fiery wills serve as proof of their divine lineage. Unlike their sister clan, the Rain, who lead solitary lives hidden behind the savage peaks of Offrad's eastern reaches, the Zayla are free spirits who roam the vast western steppe in close-knit tribes, hunting, gathering, and warring as their ancestors would have for countless generations. Ah, Kuros good. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. We're just going through all of the races that are available in the game so far. So we haven't officially started, but like no worries. But yeah, I just wanted to show off like what different races and what different, you know, a few of the different options that you could have in the game and everything. But yeah, this right here, a female Hrothgar, has, like, a lot of people have been, well, I think a lot of people have been hyped up for it. There were many rumors around it. So basically, the Hrothgar and the Vieira, let's change it to the female. Oh, well, yeah. Well, basically, with the Hrothgar and the Vieira races, when they first released in Shadowbringers, you could only play as like one gender. So you could only play as male Hrothgars, or you could only play as female Vieiras and stuff. And for the longest time, you know, they didn't have the other gender option. But with the last expansion of Endwalker, they added male Vieiras, so you can finally play as a bunny boy. And with the most recent expansion, which literally like released like right at the beginning of the month, you could finally play as a female Hrothgar. And to be fair, the female Hrothgars look beautiful. So that's the race that we're going to be talking about next. Hrothgars, hailing from the distant shores of Ilzabard, the Hrothgar are a burly people of lion-like appearance. All the males are at least. Female numbers staggeringly few among their population, and thus are rarely so much as glimpsed by the other races, which explains why, you know, you don't see many, or even like any female Hrothgars until the latest expansion. The Hrothgar imposing countenance, mitigated not only by their sharp claws and still sharper fangs, incited panic amongst the Eosian among their arrival, as they were also unable to communicate. Initial interactions with the common folk often escalated into conflict. It was not until the Hrothgar gained mastery of the common tongue that fears were allayed. And in time, they would be neighbors, welcome to all corners of the realm. Yes, so imagine, like, you know, you're used to seeing like Elizons and Hyurs and, like, you know, Lalafels and stuff, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up and you're like, oh my god, who are you and why are you here? You know, imagine not being able to speak as well. So that's always fun. But yeah, the male Hrothgars. So my friend Zio is a male Hrothgar, and he has, you know, a really nice looking design and stuff. I think it's because when you look, if I take the clothes off and stuff, the Hrothgar animations are always really funny. You can, you know, choose like their lion, you know, the pattern they have in their fur and stuff, but like the actual fur colors themselves, you could make them look like absolutely atrocious. It's so funny, but also like really weird. So I could do this, and then, oops, I'm pretty sure I can change their, yeah, I can change their actual skin color as well. And they have this option, which is like, you know, you can make them green, or with the other clan, you can make them yellow like a Pikachu. There is like, oh, I think they did run into someone who was a literal Pikachu, and it was like the most horrific thing I have ever seen. And it's like, how? Like, why does the game well, obviously the game will give you an option to make the most ugliest looking character, but, you know, it's so funny. But yeah, it's always really cool seeing like Hrothgars and stuff. My friends are like part of, you know, this little Hrothgar like settlement. It's not really a settlement, it was more just like a free company full of Hrothgars, and now they all speak together and like speak to each other and like hang out and stuff. So anyway, let's go back to the clan. Let's put some clothes on him. And yeah. So let's see. The Hellions? Yeah. The Hellions have traditionally been content to reside in the southern Ilsabard with their respective tribes, devote servants to their queens, one and all, and thus have they only but recently begun to make their presence felt throughout the remainder of the three continents. Though these Hrothgar initially had no word to describe themselves, scholars came to call them as Hellions, after observing how their lives all but revolve around their queen's needs, as planets circle the sun. So it's sort of like, you know, the I guess like a beehive, you know, where like all of the like males like serve the queen and stuff. There is an optional place called Bozja, which is available after you finish Shadowbringers, which sort of like referenced this very slightly, but I you know, I haven't really played much of that storyline in the slightest, so I don't know too much about it. But I do remember that like the male Hrothgars there all speak about a queen that they've unfortunately lost and stuff, so yeah. And then the Lost. Unlike their Hellion brethren, the Lost are unbound by the whims of any reigning monarch, having long since found themselves bereft of warm radiance of their queen. Most find that nomadic lifestyle best suits their situation and are known to ply a variety of trades that align with the propensity to travel. Seasonal, laborer, mercenary, and peddler among them. Yeah, so basically, you know, you're either devoted to your queen or you're not, and you're just lost in the wilderness, I guess. But yeah, female Hrothgars. There was like so many rumors going around being like, oh, they're gonna definitely make a female Hrothgar soon and stuff, and they finally did, and it was like their faces are really nice. So, you know, you get to play your furry dreams in Final Fantasy, but you have to be a cat. So, and stuff. I really like this one. This one's really nice. And it's like, it wasn't until quite recently where, like, they've expanded the hairstyles that you can get. So, you know, starting off, you don't have a lot of hairstyles to play with. And that's mainly because of, one, the Hrothgars have quite unique like face shapes and stuff, and their heads also are quite unique. So a lot of headwear is locked off to them. Like, you can still equip it, but they won't see that you've equipped it, so it won't show in your head. But I think with some like small like fashion accessories, you know, it will show and stuff, but it's still very rare. My friend, like, you know, he's always, I think he's always excited every time he finds like a new piece of headgear that he can wear. So yeah, I really like the differences between the two Hrothgar races. And then onto the last race, the Viera. I don't know if anyone's ever played Final Fantasy XII. Probably not, but one of the main characters in there, Fran, she's also a Viera, and this is basically directly inspired by the same race. It's just in a different Final Fantasy game. Let's see. The Viera of tall stature and slender frame. The Viera's physical appearance is strikingly similar to that of the Hyur and Elzen, save for their distinctive long ears. Adhering to the strict code known as the Green Word, they are prohibited from contact with the outside world under threat of exile. Their society is purely matriarchal. The males of age are seldom, if ever, found within the bounds of any village. They instead serve as protectors of the woods from the shadows. There are no evil, that no evil may ever encroach on their sacred lands. And that's, you know, the lore reason as to why male Vieras haven't really appeared much in the game and stuff until now. But yeah, you actually see a lot of like Vieras running around and everything. They're really nice. So the Vara clan of Vieras, they live primarily in Golmore jungle. Their umber skin is umber skin allowing them to readily blend in with their surroundings. Though the males stand as wards of the forest, the females are adept hunters and protectors of their own right, fiercely guarding their homes and their young. Despite attempts of the Dalmascan to subjugate them, they have ever maintained a self-governing dominion. Though most would adhere to the traditions of the woods, some few have chosen to venture out into the world. But yeah, the Viera are basically, you know, they're quite secluded of a clan, but you know, they're still nice looking and stuff. And you actually see a lot of like Vieras running around. See, what I don't like about the Viera class, but yeah, missed potential. They don't have bunny tails in the slightest, which, you know, is so sad. I would have loved like, you know, touch fluffy tail thing, but no. Their most distinct feature is their, you know, the long bunny ears. No bunny tail, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, then there is the Vina tribe. With skin as fair as the snow-capped mountains towering above, the Vina clan make their homes in the forests lining the southwestern foothills of the, oh gosh, Skate range. Like the members of their sister clan, the Vina live as hunters and gatherers, laboring not only to protect the woods but to nurture them. As the winds of war swept up a number of those who left their mountain homes, many such hardened hunters choose to set out for their distinctive shores of Eorzea. Yeah. You can make a really tall Viera. You know, they're elegant. They don't give two shits about you. And they're really nice. I really like Vieras. Some of the, like, a lot of the hairstyles that they have are very, like, long and elegant and stuff as well. See, I wish some of these options were available for Miqo'te. But it makes sense why they're not, but, you know. Like this one. This one's a really nice hairstyle. There is one that's, like, quite similar. Which is like I think it's this one, yeah. This one's quite similar, but it's just not as elegant as this one. Which is a shame, but, you know, that's to give some people, like, a reason to play the class, I guess. Like, yeah, this one wasn't available on Viera for a really long time, but now it is. They're starting to, like, open up the races and everything, so I think for the next expansion, they probably won't introduce a new race, maybe? I don't know. They've sort of introduced a new race every expansion now, but yeah. Anyway, so let's say I'm just gonna show you some of the, like, you know, other features that go into, like, your character customization. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to a Lalafell, just because that's what we'll be playing as. Say, like, you know, you wanted to test out if your eyes are bright enough, you can always change the environment that your character will be in. And then obviously there is, how long has this game been out for? I think oh gosh, I think it's actually been out for 10 years now. Yeah, because like, so 1.0, which was the original version of Final Fantasy XIV, that was like early 2010s, and then that version I think it got nuked in like 2013, and then A Realm Reborn, which is this current version, was released in 2014, and it's every 2 years there's usually like there's an expansion that comes out for it and stuff, but they'll obviously have like patches like in between the stories. So before Dawn Trail came out, which is the most recent expansion, we had like 5 or 6 patches of story to sort of like link all the expansions together. So like, and it still gets updates. Damn, Nintendo would never. I wish Nintendo did that kind of stuff. But that's just the nature of MMOs. Like imagine World of Warcraft and stuff, and how, you know, how long that game has been out. So the difference between World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy is that Final Fantasy is very heavy like on story. So every time you create a new character, you have to play the story to unlock the later content and stuff. So it's not like you can, you know, make a new character and jump straight into like the end of the world content sort of thing, you know? You kind of have to like play through the story, unlock and, you know, all of your levels and stuff. So say even if you leveled up immediately from like level 1 up to level 60 just by like, you know, attacking all of the enemies you see on like in the ground and everything, you have to you have to like go through all of the story to be able to access all that level 60 content. I've never played an MMO, so this is info crazy to me. Yeah, this is actually the first MMO I've played, like properly anyway. I was always like on the fence about it because I didn't want to, you know, suck my life into a game that I might not necessarily play, because there is like a monthly subscription, or like, you know, you do have to pay extra after getting the game to be able to play it and everything. But with Final Fantasy being this cool, I don't mind paying for it. It's like, you know, it's the reason why I wanted to stream it, because, you know, I already play it. And there are some people who, you know, might not have the equipment to play it. They might not have like a good PC, or they don't have a PS4 or an Xbox to play it. So it's kind of like, I want to be able to share a really good game and a really good story with people who don't have the means to be able to play it. It's also like money as well. If you don't have enough, you know, if you like, the subscription isn't too bad. I believe it's only about like £10 a month. But even then, it's like, you know, you have to pay to be able to play online and everything. So yeah, it can add up. But either way, it's a really cool game, and I want, you know, I want to share the story with everyone. There's nothing worse than like playing through a story, and then some people that you want to talk about it to being like, oh, I don't know how, I can't play it. And it's like, oh, but I really want to tell you about this thing. So, you know, this is why I'm doing this. This game would make my laptop explode, so I'm really thankful you're doing this. Yeah, I have a really good PC, so, like, yeah, I'm happy to do this. But yeah, they have a lot of options. So I can show you the face paint that we have now, actually. I'm gonna keep it white, mainly because, so you can see it a bit better. If I zoom in a bit better. There we go. So these are your eyeshadow options. So I think some people would have like, you know, oh, that's not, oh, that's tattoo color. Okay, never mind. You know, you can have like pink eyeshadow, or like green eyeshadow, or like blue eyeshadow, you know, just makeup in general. But it counts as face paint instead. Because you could also have like blushy cheeks. You could have like a cool tattoo. And yeah. Like you can have like cat whiskers. It's really cute. If I change her hairstyle actually just to one where I can see a lot more of the options. It's a good one. This one's a good one. You can have like stars, dots. You could also have like, you know, just your whole face just slashed. Some of the characters in this game actually like have this sort of like face paint on them, as, you know, a sort of like proof that they've been like in war and stuff, and it's really cool. And then obviously some of the lore reasons of like that it's part of their clan and their tribe to do so. Yeah, sort of like this kind of stuff. It's very rare that you'll see people with this kind of stuff, but yeah. Actually, if I turn this black, let's turn this. And then if I change the hair color. Oh, there's a highlight thing. Okay. Change it to white. That's the wrong green. There we go. This was, so there was a time where I sort of made my character into a Lalafell, and I had this hairstyle with this hair color, and I was like, oh look, it's Natto. I don't think that's the correct green. It's not that there's no really vibrant green, unfortunately, but yeah, you can make it into Splatoon. Oh, I'll have to show you the actual like Natto cosplay I did, because you can actually do that in this game. It was so cool. I really liked it. We might do that later on in this run actually, because I'm playing as a Lalafell. So yeah, let's all. You can also choose the voices as well, actually. So like, you know, they'll have voices. Oh, they actually have animations for this now, actually. Because they never used to have animations for like when you get attacked, or like when you're fighting. That's cool. Some of the voices that they have are like really dumb. You'll have to let me know if the sound, and the sound for 14 might be a bit quiet, so let me turn it up slightly. It's just because, like, you know, if you get into some of the cutscenes and stuff, they can be really loud, so I usually turn it down, especially when I've got headphones in. But yeah, all of the different races have different voices and stuff. It is really fun. So let's say, you know, you've completed your character. You can save it. I'm not gonna save it. Then you can choose your birthday. Yeah, this selection has no effect on gameplay. So it literally does nothing, but you can choose, you know, especially if you're role-playing actually. You can always be like, hey, like, my birthday is this. And the way that the calendar works in this game is, you know, it's based on the cycle of the moon. And that's how the years and calendars kind of work in the game. So you have the first astral moon, the umbral moon, the second astral moon, the second umbral moon. So it always flip-flops between astral and umbral, which is essentially like, you know, the sort of like a day and night cycle kind of thing. Which I don't think the game actually like fully explains it, but like the third umbral moon essentially would be June. And there's actually like 32 days in every calendar. As again, there's no actual like gameplay element to it. It's more so like you know, when NPCs are talking of like, oh, this was like 20 summers ago. That's when you know that like, oh, it happened. Yeah, it happened like 20 years ago. Or like, oh, it happened the third astral moon. And then you're like, oh, okay, third astral moon, that's May, so that's summertime, sort of thing. And then, yeah, once you've selected your birthday, you can select your deity. So you have Halone, and you have Minfina. So these are all the 12 gods that sort of look after, you know, that are sort of like the ancestral like beings of, you know, the gods of Final Fantasy 14, as you can as you'd like to think. There's 12 of them. I'm not gonna go into too much detail with them, because there's actually a raid, as an alliance raid at the end of Endwalker that goes through a lot of these. So, but like, I think at that later time we can always come back and I can read through all these descriptions for you and stuff. But for now, it would take too long. But I usually always go for Minfina because she's the keeper of the moon, essentially. And I always like the moon. So after you select your deity, again, it has like no, it used to give you like bonus stats and stuff, but it doesn't give you any sort of like bonus, or like, yeah, it doesn't give you like any bonuses in the game anymore. And then you can pick what class you want to be. So your starting class in city states. So depending on what you pick, as you can see in the bottom left corner, that will tell you what city state that you'll start off with. So if I selected Gladiator, I would go to Uldar. If I selected Marauder, you'd go to Limsa Laminsa. What I like as well, because they never used to do this, they actually tell you what kind of class you're picking as well. So if you're playing as a tank, you're playing as a healer, or as a DPS. As I said, it never used to do this. It used to like, you know, just pick a class and then just assume the worst. But the class roles are essentially just what you know, what your job is whilst you're in a dungeon. So a tank is, you know, you're sort of taking all of the damage and stuff. So stand as a bulwark in the face of danger with the superior defensive abilities. Tank protect their comrades in diverting enemy focus and bearing the brunt of the battle. I've only ever played tank, like, you know, very limited wise. So I haven't really played too much of it and stuff. I usually play as DPS, which is damage over yeah, which is basically just like you're the damage dealers. Like you know, you're constantly attacking the boss, making sure they die essentially. And it's like, yeah, you decimate your foes. Possessing great talents for the offensive, DPS is a role whose sole focus is to rout the enemy in a diverse array of punishing attacks. So there's a lot of DPS to choose from. Stuff. And then healers, obviously you're a healer, you have to make sure the party stays alive and everything. And yeah, after all that, if you confirm, you can then choose like what server or like what world you want to go in. So it explains there is that world is another name for a server of which your character will reside. For the purposes of this, we're not going to go into too much detail. Basically, because you can essentially just travel between all the different a lot of the different servers now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty it out. So yeah, back to the main screen, which is your character selection screen. So yeah, I've already made a Lalafell character. She is called Mewa-Chu, and we are on the world Shiva. So we will start an hour later into the game, and we're finally starting. I hope there wasn't like too much of a diversion. The world is currently full, how dare you? So yeah, if there's a certain amount of players that can be online at the same time, and if you, you know, if the world is full, then you have to wait in the queue. Luckily, they've managed to fix it for Dawn Trail, because when Endwalker first came out like 2 years ago, you were sitting in queues of like thousands, like literal thousands of people, and you had to wait hours to be finally able to play the game. But luckily, the team have learned from their mistakes, and yeah, you don't have to wait like forever to finally get into the game. I think it's gonna play a cutscene. Yeah, it will. I'm gonna use this time to fix my screen slightly. Oh, I do apologize. I may be speaking like between cutscenes and like during cutscenes and stuff, so I hope that's okay. There's subtitles anyway, so yeah. I'll need to make a note as well of like anyone who runs past me in the game being like, I'm streaming.
Here.
If I was to play, would it put me in a random world and I wouldn't be able to play with you? No, you'd still be able to play with me. You just have to travel to like whatever world like I'm in to be able to play with me. I'll explain a bit later of like what a home server essentially does. But like for the purposes of playing with friends and stuff, it's not really too necessary, if that makes sense. But like there are a few certain features that like make your home world a bit more like, you know, important. I haven't seen this cutscene in like a very long time. The lighter burns. No, I'm glowing. Oh man, I haven't seen this gear in a very long time. I'm glowing. Yes, man in a black cape. I will destroy you with my magic. Damn it, loading screen. Hey, you! Oh no, it's the Skyrim thing all over again. Been asleep for a long time. Haha, you alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it though, don't worry. Yeah, so it never really explains where you came from. You, like, I think that's for you as a player to sort of, like, decide for your own. You there, halt! What's all of this about? Oh no, bandit! Inspection, sir. Search the carriage. Oh, men search the carriage. I'm innocent, I swear. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be too disappointed if you find nothing, eh? The yellow birds. Yeah, they're called chocobos. Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Jeez. Rude. Sir, look. Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? Oh, we're smuggling weed. I didn't expect this. You're in a whole lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Fuck. Business as usual. What? Excuse me, sir. Ooh, ah. I don't remember this in the slightest. Amalja! Amalja! To the arms! To arms! Oh no! The beasts are coming. 7 hells! Consider this a warning! Now go, all of you! I know! Dun dun dun! I don't remember that. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards'll have the shirt out of your back if you fancy it. If they fancy it, like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we're still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Look at these two. Them young'uns don't care for much of a conversation, see? Please remember these two, because they will come back later. Look at these little elves. Yeah, this is a revamped cutscene. I've not seen this before. Bedent? Bent? Brent? Brent. I'm gonna pronounce it as Brent. The name. A pedlin's betrayed. Look at me, I'm tiny. Judging by your unusual garments, I'd wager you're one of them new adventurers. They're not that unusual. I knew it, going wherever the wind blows, seeking a fortune and glory. No, that's what I call a living. As long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power, to win glory, or amass a fortune? Or I could be, you know, like those twins and say nothing. What should I pick? I would say to win glory. Or maybe amass a fortune, because that's what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be selling eggs. We're going to amass a fortune selling eggs. I'm gonna get all the money. Fortune, eh? Hehe. Then I'll reckon you'll fit right in where we're going. Once you've learned to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. And there are plenty to choose from too. Whether it'll be weaving, alchemy, goldsmithing, or mining that interests you, Uldar's got a place where you can learn your trade. Eggs! All of the eggs. Adventuring just ain't about killing things after all. A peaceful pastime may well help you to make your fortune. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Uldar? Technically, no it's not, but I will say yes for this. Because I think he'll explain it. It is? Well then, let this journey in itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Yeah, he will tell me. Uldar is ruled by the Sultanate in name, as most folk how the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their Montanist cronies would happily get rid of Her Grace altogether, and that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists ain't nothing, are nothing if not loyal. Can't speak today. These fractions are long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Amalja, wouldn't care less about Uldan politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. I feel like I'm a bit louder than usual. I do apologize. They say war is a gift to peddling, need breeding profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold, Uldar, jewel of Fanalan, where folks turn sand into gold. He's kind for an old man who sells weed.
In the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises.
I don't know if it's because I haven't seen this in a very long time, but I don't remember this cutscene.
A symbol of defiance. Her name, Uldar.
Let me turn up the volume slightly, actually.
Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral era, hope springs eternal.
There we go, that should be a bit better.
Mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
I like Uldar. Uldar's a really pretty area. It's very easy to get lost in, if you're not used to it.
Could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Look at me, I'm so tiny. Well, here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver my wares, and then it's on the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for putting up with me, Platter. Prattler? Yeah, Prattler. Prattle. Man, I can't speak today. You never did tell me your name though. But here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Cool. I will become the best in the realm.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Nice. Oh, that's something I want to mention as well. So we probably won't be reaching it like anytime soon. Probably like, I don't know, next month at least. But like the voice acting does change right at the end of A Realm Reborn. So once we start the next expansion, Heaven's Ward, all of the voice actors change. So currently you can tell that like they're American voice actors, but they have you know, British accents and stuff. But then starting in Heavensward, they are all British voice actors, and you can tell their accent's a bit more authentic and stuff. Isn't Uldar so pretty? Look at all the people walking around and chocobos. And there's tiny little me. I'm so cute. Oi, Venturer, over here. Hey, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell? Heh? How can I tell? Heh. You noticed me. Name's, Wormond, and business is knowing us, is knowing every bugger else. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice, but, by the way of welcome to our fair city, free of charge, even just as one leg. Are you gonna tell me how to play the game? Yes, you're gonna tell me how to play the game. Welcome to Uldar, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Fanalan. Please enter your control scheme you'd like to use. I am using a gamepad. I don't need to know this info, but thank you. Yes. No. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so first off, some settings to configure. Is that correct? That should be correct. Yes. See, this is stuff I would have done offline, but you can't do this until you finish the cuts, the full cutscene. So it's kind of like crap. Well, either way, surname abbreviated. I'm gonna just turn all this off for now, just because so before you saw my name above my head. If you yeah, you can keep that on if you wanted to see like everyone else's names everywhere and stuff. But I personally don't really like that, so I'd much rather them be off and then just trying to figure out where I'm going from then. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move this down here. And then... Why can't I... Oh, I did turn it all the way down. There we go. So yeah, I will fix all these settings later. Just for now, this is how I prefer to play the game. Everyone always complains that like my screen just looks way too small. And I have like everything super out of the way, but that's just how I like to play it. I was gonna move that, but I'll do it later. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. This is how you initiate quests, you talk to people. Yes. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Uldar, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Sweet. Let me talk to you, man. 'Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse. And I don't want that on my contingents. Before you do anything else, you'd want to head over to the quicksand and speak to Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you off in the right path. Social interaction. Terrifying. That is fair. Yeah, so like a lot of people have their HUD layouts like very, very big. So Raze does that, and so does Zio. But I personally like to see a lot more of my surroundings rather than what I'm actually doing, if that makes sense. Which can lead to a lot of mistakes, but I get by, it's fine. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring, adventurer. You've begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you find your task. Yes, you'll be fine. Alright, close all that, because I know how to play. As I said, I'll deal with the HUD layout for next time. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? So like, if you stand next to an NPC and stuff, you'll have, you know, their name above it, but it sort of takes you out the immersions. Like, see, there's like loads of different names now. And it makes it feel more MMO, but if you're playing, like, you know, if you want to just play this as a regular RPG, Talk takes you out of the zone, so I usually like to turn them off. Yeah, that's just telling me how to select her. Is she reading or is she poking the book? Why, hello there, who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi. I own this fine establishment, if it pleases you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Oldar, so you might say that you're looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd probably soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh, and oh, forever now. And then there's the Gallian Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry and lingering feeling of loss. Look at these flirty dancing cat girls. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. Yeah, that's a lore thing, so I think it does get explained later in the game, so I won't spoil it. So much was lost in a blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone got their own versions of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. No one does. Or nobody does. There is one thing that the survivors agree on though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives in a realm that wasn't their own. They fought vigilantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll remember. It's just a shame that our recollections of these brave heroes are just jumbled by those of the calamity itself. Wherever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet that'll sound poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Oldar in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Yeah, I'm so short I don't even reach the countertop. Right then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And happy and prosperous Oldar needs more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. I have the world's messiest handwriting, so are you sure? I'm gonna write my name down, and you won't be able to read it. Mewa-Chu. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Everyone thinks of me as a Pikachu. Alright, Miss Chu. Yeah, see, even in this game they call me Miss Chu. It's fucking great. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 as my witness, I swear to you, I bring you your money. Oh, it's these guys again. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god must be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed? Oh. I love how in Oldar you just get these like menacingly looking Lalafels. It's great. It's so stupid. Be grateful you've been given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. Please, no mercy. Ain't that a sorry sight? Not an uncommon one if I'm honest. Don't worry though, if you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Jesus. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub a bloody toe, alright? No, I'm gonna come to you for all my boo-boos and you're gonna kiss them, like, good. Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady's muse on many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Any world, welcome to Old Mewa. A tiny crime lord. Yeah, essentially, that's what he is. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Nice. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Yes. Listen well to the advice. I do not need this. Oh, here we go. Umbral Ice and Astral Fire. Oh, that's just the Thermaturge stuff. Okay, that's fine. Main scenario quest, scenario guide. I know all of this. I'm gonna do something really quick and turn off the names for NPCs. Oh, can I just turn them off here? Oh, I can! Hide, hide, hide. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I need to accept the next quest. She wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Sweet. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I've got a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, and then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for the Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Course, you still need to attune to them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with one in the plaza. You ever attuned to an Aetherite before, Mewa? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Thermaturge Guild over at Azanith sorry. Assuming that scepter isn't just for show, you might consider training there. Oh, that's what I want. I'm so stupid. I thought that was a knife on my dress, and I was like, huh, I have a tiny dagger to stab people's shins with, but no, it's my scepter. Okay, fine. And finally, I want you to go visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Fall. Goods from all over Eorzea are beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no problem finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Uldar, as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Mewa. Oh, you mean what I'm gonna do for the eggs market? There's plenty won't scrumple to swiddle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. If you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesar Roga and give it to him. He'll happily tell you about the markets once he reads it. In short, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Thermaturge Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, before you go, a word of advice. There's still a few more unsavory characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you. There are some who are honest to goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. Many of the folk lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that chasing after the guild, the moment they got here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come all your way. Speaking of which, you should speak to the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's past time you got going. Oh, let me know when you finish, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying about that. You down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. There's an easy way to make gil in this game. I only have 103 gil to my name. You can't see on my if I move my character. There you go, you can see how much money I have in the bottom right corner. I have nothing. Sanctuaries, no, I don't need to know about that. Close. Navigation, there we go. So I don't technically need to talk to him. He's just for helping you when, you know, you are like a new player and you have no idea what you're doing for the first time. But yeah, as I put in my description, I am not a sprout. I am not a new player. I've been playing this for a very long time now. Right. Ugh. Sorry, I am not used to, like, holding onto my hotbar and then all of the, like, skills and stuff actually show up. So that's new. That's something I will change for next time. Here's the Aephorite Plaza. As you can see, there's a giant crystal in the middle. Oops. Zoom out. There we go. Ta-da! Aephorite. See, when, hail, adventurer. Might you have come to the behest of, Miss Mumody of the Quicksand? Talking to me. Ah, tiny potato. Excellent, which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. It will be 100,000 gil. Excuse me? I don't have that kind of money. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. Look, the look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aephorites. Allow me to explain. The crystalline, agglomerations tap into the etherical energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance that you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these teleportation spells make direct use of the aephorites and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that this is an aephorite in almost every corner of Eorzea, there is an aephorite in almost every corner. Any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aephorite that you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aephorites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Oh, that's why there's always a guy standing there. There was always an NPC that like stands right next to the aephorite. Oh yeah, it's this guy. I always see him here, and I was like, oh okay, it's just an NPC that stands here. No, but he teaches you about the aephorites. But yeah, now that we have attuned to that aephorite, we can come back here at any point that we want. Oh, fun fact, so before Dawn Trail came out, there was actually a big one of these, like, you know, not to this size, but there was like a real life aephorite that was placed at London. I don't remember where in London, but it was really cool because like a lot of people went to visit it and stuff. And like I didn't know until, you know, on the day that they said that like, oh, this is the last day it's gonna be here. And I'm like, oh crap. I really wanted to see it in person. It was so cool. So yeah, also here's our map. So Uldar is like known for being one of the most confusing city-states because it's so easy to get lost in. But because I started off here, it's very easy for me to get around and everything. Oh poo, I just realized there was an aephorite right at the beginning, next to the Adventurers Guild. So I'll have to go and attune that. So yeah, you'll have the big aephorite, which is basically like the cities, you know, just main crystal. But then you also get these little ones that's dotted around the city. And if you attune to them, you can like basically you'd have a much faster teleportation throughout the city. Yeah, quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon the Aethernet shards. So either way, we are at the Thaumaturge Guild, and I love this guild. It is my very first guild. And yeah, welcome to the Thaumaturge Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here this day, friend. See that you harbor arcane ambitions. through your journey has scaredly begun. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught. Primeval magics with which to bring an enemy's ruin. If you were to join our ranks and wield such power, you must needs know of our beginnings. The nation of Aldar inherited its traditions from the ancient Blahadia, Blahadia, a city found by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these I can't read today. Instructious sorcerers, are ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Val now, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we know now as thaumaturgy. The freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life, the Dwellmores employed in the preparation of the dead are equally insufficient when applying to the living. It is for this reason that we are feared and respected in equal measure. Thus does our guild thrive, ensconced in the catacombs of Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Val, divine arbiter of the afterlife. What do you say then, adventurer? If you'd plumbed the abyss depths of the thaumaturge, then let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guildmasters that you have possessed the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon which waits therein. When you are ready to submit to your judgment of our most eminent maids, say the word. Yes, I will join your guild. What is that? Raisins. A wise decision indeed. To prepare your intonation, I would have you study the volumes of Fundamental Thaumaturgical Principle, all 108 of them. Or at least, I would, if such requirements have not been abolished. Deterrent to fresh novices, they say. They said, I suppose you shall have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdoms of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a single voice for the guild, when one is acquired. Master Coco Bygone, I believe. It's because all the brothers sound the same, so that's probably why she got confused. Anyway, welcome to the cult. I love this guild. I love this guild so much. It is like an actual cult as well. So just imagining there's like, you know, a summoning ring right in the middle here. I'm the body that's going to be sacrificed. Yeah. A cult of tiny potatoes. Oh yeah, a common nickname for Lalafels in this game is potato. I think some people also call them falafels, but like, yeah. So if you hear me say potato at any point, I'm referring to my character. Cause she's potato. Anyway, let's talk to the guildmaster. Who? What? Oh, that's Fal's teeth, miss. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face. Coco Bigo. This lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild, seeking an audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayake. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen from memory, but a simple task of keeping our names straight seems never beyond her grasp. Yeah, I mean, they all look the same, so I'm not surprised. Wahaha. Well, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak. And here he is. What's this? What's this? Great Fart has led us a new aspirant. Ah, Kokobuki. You were here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say, the wisest of the five masters of the Thaumaturge Guild. It is my solemn duty to flourish your would-be intonates with the succulent understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I would have your fullest attention. They speak really weird in this game. Just wait till you meet Urianger. His speech pattern is like all over the fucking place. To wield Thaumaturgery is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the devastational capacity of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzard, Solomons. The Thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and liberate all manners of adversaries. Wow, I can't read in the slightest. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such a power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidden cast of the Thaumaturgery secrets. For advancements in this art only comes with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. How do word? No idea. I don't know how to word. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Of course. They always say Black Mage is the most difficult to play of all of the classes, but I find it super easy. May not be the best at it, but I really like it. A confident respond. Your name, if you will? Very well, Mewa. Let us mark your intonation with a trial to test the limits of your altitude for channeling Thaumaturgery. Huge hornets, star mammoths, and snapping shoots inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorcerous might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Basically, the standard of any starting like job, especially like from level 1. They'll always tell you like, hey, go and kill 3 of each of these monsters. So before I do that, I'm going to explore around Uldar a bit more, because it is a really, really nice city. But of course, everyone gets lost here. So I'm gonna go in here. I think I have to come this way anyway. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Momodi told me to go to the markets. So I will do that in a bit. But either way, there is another Aether right here. Attune to the Aetherite. And then there is another Aetherite up here somewhere. As you can see, like, you know, Uldar is a very, like, you know, very round and prosperous, luxurious sort of, like, place. And there's, like, so much to do in this single city alone. Because, like, half of, like, a majority of the classes, when you start off, they all start in Uldar. And then, like, a lot of the, like, crafting and gathering, like, subclasses that you can get are also here in Uldar. So there's a lot. Sorry, I think I heard something. I think I heard like a crinkling noise. Either way, it should be fine. Oh, I see. See. Oh, can I actually talk to them here? I am Lalai, a Thaumaturge of the Order. It is my charge to give guidance to those who visit Milvaneth Sacrium in search of it. Sadly, as you can see very well, we have had to close our doors while repairs are underway, and such we have had no visitors of late. I find myself with a wealth of spare time. As a servant of Naldval, it saddens me that I have to put aside my sacred duties for the nonce. I am, however, glad to be afforded the freedom to pursue my interest in the arcane. Don't worry, we'll come back to her. I like the fact in this game, like, you know, weather does play a really... It's not really like a huge thing, it's more so like for certain things to appear. So there are certain like monsters that only appear depending on the weather and stuff. Oh, we're at the back streets now. But wait, I think, yeah, this is where I need to go. Ah, that's who I have to speak to. Okay. Well, here's this aphorite, and I believe there's only one more after this. Actually, no, there isn't. No, there isn't. There's two more. So let's go back this way. I'm just gonna attune to them now, mainly because it'll make traversing Uldar just way more easier. So I'd have to keep like running around all over the place to find everything. Yeah, so down there is mostly like the guilds and stuff, and then up here is, you know, the more luxurious and like sort of like, you know, the capital. Well, not the capital. It's more like, you know, where the wealthy are, like, you know, situated, I guess. Already right here. Here it is. I think I'll be coming. Yeah, I'll be teleporting to this one quite often. Your little dude runs so fast. Yeah, she like so my character has to run fast because you have to consider that, like, say if you're playing a taller character, you sort of need to, oh, I need to go this way. It's sort of like there shouldn't be any disadvantage for playing a different race. So even if I was playing like a huge Rogadin and I was making, like, you know, double the strides to get to where I need to, like, a Lalafell shouldn't have to take twice as long to run the same distance a Rogadin has to, you know? So it's sort of like that. Like, it shouldn't be... it's the reason why Lalafells in this game just, like, you run so fast. And then also up here, if you look on my hotbar below, you can see I've got like a sprint button, so if I press it, then I can run like super fast. It just makes like running the game, yeah, it just makes running like a lot easier and stuff. Later in the game, there are like a few like mounts that you can get that like make you run faster, and then later you can also fly and everything. So that's always something. It's just because you'll be running around a lot, especially. It's sort of like, you know, yeah. So I basically have the same run speed as everyone else in the game. That's why I run so fast, even though I'm fucking tiny. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course, yes, I am Sese Rogar. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me to teach you the ways in the marketplace? Very wise. As my fee? What? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Uldan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I'd rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Yeah, well, you can take my letter that Momodi gave me. Jeez, so aggressive. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. I don't have the money to pay you, sir, I'm sorry. You stand here in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable place in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states, Uldar's market has ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean e-commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Uldar as their basis of operations. They see it to this that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man can deserve can be purchased here, as provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there was something you seek, adventurer. A deadly sword, perhaps? Or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories. Curatives and crafting materials. That's where I want to be. I think. No, it's here I want to be. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and assortment of other useful items for sale. I will be sure to get my eggs. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find someone that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially when coin is concerned. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Jeez. Just because I don't have any money to offer you, bro. So I don't have the necessities to like put anything up for sale yet because I don't have a retainer. But what I'm gonna do is I think it's one of these merchants. It's not you, is it? No, but you have chicken eggs. It's not what I want. I think, yeah, the one I want is actually in the north. Yeah, it is, because it was near that person, I think. Is it you? No, you're the mender. Cycle of hands. Oh, I don't... They must have moved them around. Is it you? No. Oh, maybe it was down here. Oh yeah, it's this lady. Catherine. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Here we go. So, boiled eggs. They only cost 5 gil each? Oh, if I buy 20... Okay, I'll be smart and only buy 10 for now. Cool. I have... Did I hit eggs? Yes. I can't sell them at the moment. I have to reach level 20 first to be able to sell them on the market board. But actually, let's check how much the market board eggs actually are in this on this server. Since I'm not playing on my regular server, I have no idea what the egg market is. Okay, 95. That's not that bad. I've seen it drop all the way down back to like 20 gil each. It's not that bad. There's always at least one person who is selling it for like ridiculous amounts. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, there's always like someone who sells it for like, oh no, it's like 10, no, like 1,000 million gil. And I'm like, at the same time, it's like, I don't get it, but I do get it at the same time. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the egg market isn't as bad. It's bad, it's crashed, but like, it's not stupid bad. At the moment, I think I've listed my eggs for about like 100 as well, so yeah. Either way, I can't sell eggs yet, but once I am able to sell eggs, we will definitely make sure to sell eggs. Right, so I need to go back this way. So you see at the back here, these are like the alleyways and the slums and stuff. Ooh, my nose. There is an aphrodite down here, and this should be the last aphrodite. Attune. Yes. Now I have them all. You have attuned yourself to the aphrodite shards in Uldar. The gates of Nal and the gates of Fal, the gate of the Sultana, and the airship landing are now accessible. Sweet. Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, so basically attuning to all of the aphrites within a city also gives you access points to all of the like gates that lead you outside of the city. So actually, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna go and quickly do the Thaumaturge guild quest, and then I'll come back and talk to Momodi. So if I go here, is that... no, it's here that I need to be. Yeah, I already know how to battle. So now I have the outdoor map as well. There is that Ape right up there, but I will run to that when I need to. So here's some combat. I hope they've fixed it. Well, so at the moment there's like a few issues with Thaumaturge and Black Mage at the moment, but they should be fixing it soon, and it shouldn't be that much of an issue for me at this level especially. I'm just gonna keep it simple for now and not go into too much detail about what my skills actually do, mainly because there's a lot more like, you know, it can get quite confusing. Oh man, I do have to cast lots. Okay, that makes sense. So the issue that Thaumaturge is having at the moment is that if you see the pink bar at the bottom, that's my MP, so that's how much magic I have. But like with the way that Thaumaturge works is that when the little gauge next to my hotbar is like red, that's, you know, maximizes my damage, and then when it's blue, that replenishes my MP. But the way that they changed it is that like at higher levels, you have to cast a blizzard spell to you know, replenish that MP, but at lower levels, because you don't have as many spells, then it's like, you have to cast loads of blizzards to be able to replenish everything. So I think that's something that they'll fix in the next patch. For now, it'll be fine. How was your tour of the city, Mewa? Did you get lost? Get lost, did you? No, I found my way out perfectly fine, actually. Well, well, Uldar's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore them like you've got a purpose, eh? Oh, don't worry, I'm very familiar with this place. Alright then, well, all that's left for you to do is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Excuse me? You don't have anything to sell here, though. Everything, all the stores are in the Sapphire exchange. Excuse me? Quest is not yet available. It's because I'm not the right level. God damn it. Oh, and it also turns out I didn't, like, finish my Thaumaturge, thing either. Well, that explains it. I'm also incredibly stupid. Oh, I need to go back there. There we go. See, I think, sometimes a certain world, when you create a new character, they'll be like, hey, we're in need of new people. You get an experience boost, and stuff. But because a lot of the worlds, are, like, quite congested at the moment, I've not really bothered. I've just shoved my character into, like, a random, like, world for now, just so I can at least, like, have her somewhere. There's also, like, with most, yeah, majority of the time, the story will actually give you enough experience to be able to get through the, you know, to be actually to do the story without having to grind for, like, levels or something. See, some people don't like Thaumaturge at the low levels because it can be quite a slow class. Because I can't move when I'm casting a spell. But it's fine. I sort of prefer, like, the lax sort of, like, way of playing it. Do I not have transpose at this level? No, I don't. I have to get a level 4. You know what? Let's kill another thing. Since I'm almost leveled up. Yes, die, bug. There we go. I've transposed now. I can swap between the elements. Right, now I need to go back to the Thaumaturge Guild. Run, little potato, run. Oh, I can't wait to get my chocobo. I don't get it until like level 20, I think. Oh jeez. Wait, why am I running through Uldar? I could... whatever. Some people are usually like, yeah, we'll like always teleport and everything. I get so used to just running through everything that I always forget. I always forget that I can just teleport. I hear a Moogle. Oh, there's a Moogle there, that's why. Oh, it's just a treasure trove. Oh, okay. Well, at least I spoke to this thing. This is more for events and stuff, so I don't need to worry about it now. Right. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna teleport. Luckily, I'm really close to the Aetheryte Plaza. Do 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 do. Thaumaturge Guild. We'll be visiting this place quite often. But for now, yeah. Right, bro. How much XP are you gonna give me? You seem to have satisfied the look of a mage who has utterly vanquished her foes, Mewa. I formally welcome you into the Brotherhood of the Thaumaturge. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity, for wielding thaumaturgery, an innate quality the limits of which the bounds by the levels of etherical energy flowing through your physical being. Aether, the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now I have here a tome that shall serve you as a hunting log. Oh, that's how I get this. As the name suggests, its pages are filled with records of enemies you slay. The log also contains the names of such adversaries that will challenge and improve your skill as a thaumaturge. As your experience grows, so will your reserves of thaumaturgical endurance. The spring wells of your magical might will also swell in response to the moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking a greater challenge, when you next carve the thrills of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. Hehehe. Oh man, I literally had to wait like if I leveled up to level 5, then I want to close all these. Yeah, there we go. I don't need to learn about the hunting log. I literally only have to like, get half a level, and I can accept the next job from him. Wait, who do I have to speak to? Oh, I do have to speak to Momodi. Okay. Damn, I must have. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I had to get to level 4 before I could speak to her again. Okay, fine. Either way, this works because I'm level 4 now. I was like, how come I haven't accepted my next quest? It's because I couldn't. Right. Hey, youngling. How are you finding your fine Uldar then? Got your bearing about you, right? Yes. If so, mayhap time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Uldar are one thing, but the wilds of Fanalan, that's another thing altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and you, name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Uldan dispatch yard. No doubt you'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Fanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll find the gate of Nal staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east, and come along and forlong. There's dangers beyond the wall though, more than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. I'll be fine. We have to find Papa Shan. Oh, is it only out? Yeah, it's only out through this gate, so I don't have to actually go very far. You know, I like the little dress that comes with like the female Lalafell when you first start out. It's very cute. Ooh, you're part of my hunting log. So you know what, I'm gonna kill you very quick, just so I can get a bit more XP. There we go. He dies in 2 hits. Oh, he doesn't actually give me that much XP. How much more do I need to kill? Need to kill 3, okay. I just want the extra XP, bro. That's all I want. How much XP did that even give me? 180. That's not a lot. So you know what? I want... What the hell was that? Oh, it's a... You see the massive tortoise? A giant tortoise. Yeah, he's like level 12, so if I engage him now, he's gonna kill me. But luckily, they are docile until you actually attack them first. But either way, here is Papa Shan at the dispatch yard. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Modi advise me to expect? I am Papa Shan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I am truly no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing its final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know that have been plenty of these days, plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Oldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Oldar to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railroads will run through this dispatch yard too, were born of the noble efforts of many great souls. Yet there are still so much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas from beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting to relief and restoration. Oldar needs the aim of your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may still have some work suited to one of your ability. Ooh, and yeah, sometimes the quest will give you like items and stuff. So I'm gonna take that. Well, is that actually better than the boots I'm wearing? Not really. So I'm not gonna wear them. Because they're looking ugly as fuck. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area, a dispatch to the dispatch yards, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but could you go give these twilight pestles? Give them these twilight pretzels, will you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Maybe that's just what I need. I just need to eat more food when I want to kill myself. Sure. Sure, Papa Shan. Oh, is he all the way up there? Oh, damn it. I mean, I should be at a level where the monsters won't automatically attack me anyway. Here we go, bro. Have a pretzel. Halt, madam. Madame, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hand above your head. Take the stupid pretzel. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papa Shan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe, so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Shan my thanks, and tell him I only wish to repay the favor. Haha, eat eggs, it'll make you feel better. It would make you feel better. I'm not gonna eat it yet, because it's always best to eat it when you start a dungeon. But I won't be encountering my dungeon for quite some time. So I'll keep them in my inventory, and I will remember to eat one. As I said, so like when I sort out my hotbar and like all of my settings and everything, I automatically have a boiled egg set to one of my slots at the bottom. So I'll always remember to eat an egg. If not, then I can always get chat to remember. Tell me to eat an egg. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. Take a pretzel, sir. For me? From Papa Shan? A Twilight pretzel, my favourite. How did he know? I can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Here's one behind me. Maybe it was just a tortoise again. Boing, boing. Why is this other guy, like, all the way over there? He's, like, nowhere near the dispatch yard. Where is he going? Yeah, he's, like, all the way up, like, you know, northwest. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Come back. Where even is he? Oh, he's there. Why are you there? You're, like, nowhere near. Save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. Yeah, well, take this last pretzel. A Twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. Good. The pretzels will save you. Big turtle. That's a tortoise. They are on land. But yeah, big tortoise. As I said, if I engage him now, he will kill me. So luckily, he won't attack me without me attacking him first, so that's fine. So long as I stay away from him. Anyway, bro. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fair are Sultan Swan Centurions? Damn it. How do they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh. Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There is more I would like to ask of you. Ooh. Give me new sword. Oh, no staff. Oh, I wish it was a friend. I think at some point in the game you can get a tortoise mount. I'm not entirely sure, but I know there's definitely a crab mount that you can get. I just don't know how to get it. I don't have many mounts in this game, even on my main file. Because you have to do like a lot of like heavy, like high-end content to like get them all and everything. But yeah. Mewa, I have just this moment. No. The time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet these Sultan Swan. Oh? What is this danger? A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her return safe. The Sultan Swan you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start. We must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be a punishment enough. Jesus. She must be really important then. That cannot happen, Mewa. It must not. I need your help to I need you to help me find her. Sure thing, bro. A noble woman, you say? Clap, clap, clap. Plays the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to help expand the search, but Fanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. So we're looking for a Lady Lilira. Oh, I need to go south. Okay. See, it's nighttime now. I kind of wish it was daytime, so that it'd be like the scorching heat. But I guess it makes sense that it's nighttime. The actual game, like in-game clock, sort of like passes by like every second. So like 1 minute is 1 second, if that makes sense. And another giant tortoise. Yeah, there's another one there. Do I need to be up there? Yeah, I do. Boing, boing. Oh, I need to... Oh, it's this tiny little crevice. Yeah, so... By the way, when you see this, like, glowing little circle, it means it's a solo duty. So it's a a thing that you have to yeah, it's sort of like a fight that you have to do before you can progress, but like you have to do it by yourself instead of like with other people, but it's not in the wild sort of thing. Hooded Lalafell. Oh, Sorting Tree. Yes, you're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battle only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information. No. I will not read the information. I'm gonna proceed. Yes. Hopefully I don't die.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Oh
yeah, I think I have to press for one cutscene. You can usually set like cutscenes to automatically progress. If I press this, it was auto advance. But for the sake of this playthrough, I've turned it off just so I can read it and take my time reading. I am here. I am also a potato. Oh, it's a guy.
As you command, O Lilira.
He's a tall guy. Maybe I'm just super tiny.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
Jeez.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge.
His voice sounds really different.
You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness.
Oh, as true of a noble woman, I guess.
The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way.
Jeez. I mean, at least she knows to run off.
As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Man, he's so rude. I don't want to get hurt as well, just as much as him and Lilira. Jeez. He has a tiny knife. Let's attend to our uninvited guest. I will try. Oh, I have thunder. Take my thunder spell, bro. Oh man, you do have to cast so much blizzard to be able to like replenish MP. I hope they fix it soon. Maybe I should stay behind him rather than like in front of him. Oh no, there's more things that spawned. Lovely, it brought friends. I know, bro. I didn't want friends either. Leave the big one to me. You handle the rest. Oh, okay. Whatever you say, bro. Oh. Okay, sweet. Stay close if you want me to heal you. Yeah, please heal me, bro. Actually, I don't need healing, but appreciated. Oh, man. I really hope they fix this soon, because having no MP as a black mage is terrifying. Take my fire. Oh, I don't have a limit break. That's kind of sad. It did bring us more of them? Really now? There are limits to our hospitality. Yeah, I know. I don't want to fight the little things. Oh my god, there's loads of them! Why are they spawning so much? Well, he's told me to leave the little things. Oh, I just noticed his name is Handsome Stranger because we don't know his name yet. That's so funny. He's cool looking though. Right, there we go. We did. There we go. It's dead. Nice. We did it. We did it. We killed the thing. It was flying everywhere. Now he's dead. Burst into flames, please. Ooh, a crystal. He dropped the thing. It's floating. What's going on? Ooh, shiny. Ooh, arcane circle. There's a beam of light. Dun dun dun. Yeah, shiny.
Hear, feel, think.
So it's 3 words again. What's going on? Where am I? Oh no, the sky is spitting out stuff. I'm very glowy.
Crystal bearer.
Yes, I have a crystal now. I picked it up. Actually, no, it was floating towards me and I picked it up. Whee.
I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
So I'm gonna go and collect crystals. Look, it's a big crystal. It's a very big crystal. Dun dun dun.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Oh look, there's someone else. Wee, they're flying away. Bye. Bye. Where are they going? Oh, I'm also flying. Whee! We're all flying around this giant crystal now. Are we all collecting these crystals?
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
I will shine the light everywhere. I hear a bell. Probably from the cat. I woke up.
Ah, coming around now.
I'm alive. Handsome stranger.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
Oh man, the voice acting in this. It gets better,
If
don't
I only
worry.
knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits.
Yeah, I got it.
Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream?
What about why the monsters are coming to me?
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt.
I mean, I am a thaumaturge. I have to use the
Interesting.
ether.
I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
You're not gonna tell me your name, bro?
Dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Fine. Bye.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
You're not gonna tell me your name? No, he's just gonna remain question mark, or handsome stranger, I guess. I guess we will see him again. I heard a thing. I have to go report to Papa Shan. Let's go back. I was gonna be. So I heard like a buzzing in my ear, and I was like, I hear a fly. And then I realized, oh wait, these are hornets. Of course I'm gonna hear them flapping in the thing. That's just me being stupid. Yeah, there's not a lot of people, like, in the wilderness at the moment. Maybe because most people are playing the latest expansion, so they're all over there. Or they're playing, like, later on in the story. But that's fine. It's not 100% necessary. It's what we're doing. Whee! Yeah, we found Lady Lilira. Okay, bro, talk to me. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. Do you realize what would have happened if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse? Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say you'd be weeping in the streets. Oh, they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have always given you cause to weep, Papa Shan. You and the people of Uldar. I was like, God damn it. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I do beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Good. Listen to your elders, child. Cute curtsy, runs off. At least we found her. The noble woman. I really like how Lalafells walk as well. Like, they take such big strides. I cannot thank you enough, Mewa. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from Voidsend fiends. From your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. You're not gonna give me any money? A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you have met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his day investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking. Perhaps harmless. Ah, so his name is Thancred. As for you, Mewa, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the kindness of people of Fanalan as you did to us today. Yeah. That's what I'm good at. Showing kindness. Oh, I leveled up. Hey, bro. You're an adventurer, yes? If not otherwise occupied, I've got a favor to ask. I have resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of Coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prestigious plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment for the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I will prevail upon you pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the Coffin coffin. Present this receipt to purchase to the Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I assure I truly appreciate your assistance. Yeah, so in A Realm Reborn, we're gonna be doing a lot of, like, you know, fetch quests and type of stuff. But it gets, like, more interesting later on. If CC Doe doesn't come calling soon, this particular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Ooh. Well, this is perfect. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming this for, but, like, we'll see how far we get through the game. But yeah, have fun. Thank you so much for joining again, Mill. We will see you again soon. So you offer to deliver this desiccant delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here is the pumpkin. I hope it'll meet with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to Coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest, looking for a place where local laborers lounge. Oh, it's the, okay, yeah, that's fair. I have to run quite far to get there. See, the sensible option would be to take the road, but what is not risk if you don't cut through every single little thing and be potentially put in harm's way, am I right? My hay fever has been, like, absolutely awful. There is an aephorite there, so what I might do, just to make it easier for myself, I'm gonna go on a tune to that aephorite and then come back to this. Just because we will definitely be visiting there a bit later, so it will just make life and teleporting a bit easier. Rather than me having to, like, run all the way back and stuff. Aephorites are so big. Or maybe it's just me being, like, super tiny. Tune to the crystal. Yeah, wait. Oh, okay. I've learned teleport because now that I've attuned to the two big aephorites, I can teleport between the two. Return, which I unlocked from the older aephorite, was so that I can return there at any point, basically. Yes, I just speak to you. Drink for you, lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at my place. No, I'm here to deliver a pumpkin, not to drink. What's this? We CC Dow asked you to bring this here to me? Ha! Even so, that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning all remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drunken sod-ass back home. Oh. But hells, an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. Can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. That lad's here scoffed down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'd be good to get some vegetables in their belly. Assuming I can get these stubborn bastards to try something new. Yeah, thanks for the help, lassie. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. A bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Gear. Can I get new gear? I'm stuck. Oh, so I had to come here anyway. Oh well, it's fine. Boing. Looking for work, perchance? If not, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are cell swords, hired by a man, Gina and Son's mineral concern to protect his interests. Our primary duty here is to keep tracks of keep the tracks of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, it can be messy work and liable to get messier if you're ill prepared. Every piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my contingents. I send an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See that in your arms and armor are in order, and when you're ready, present yourself to me again. Yeah, basically I need better gear. And luckily there is a merchant here. No, you're alright. You're the wrong person. You're the right person. Right, so I need better accessories. I don't even know if I have enough money for everything, actually. Oh, I just realized the stuff I bought isn't even the right level for me. Wait, so what? Oh, okay, that's all I needed. Because I can talk to him now. Sweet. Are you ready for inspection? Yes. I look like a little wizard. Yes, yet no naught is guaranteed in this world. Ooh. Fate is a fickle mistress after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have yet to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their harbecks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. And yet you're gonna give me something else. Okay, fine. Roll actions? Oh. Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, let's get to it, shall we? All weapons pass through this station every day, but not without incidents. Wagons coming along from the dispatch yard to the south may pass through the tunnel of Veska's watch, a tunnel in which all genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for the Kolbin nest. So now that the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in the tunnel we dug, we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. Ah, yes. Now we have to clear it out. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the Kolblins hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures and then slay them. Really annoying that YouTube didn't notify me. Yeah, I have no idea if like so I never used it YouTube like notify thing, but like I think the schedule currently is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 PM that I will be streaming. Every Sunday is going to be the Final Fantasy XIV stream. I'm really bad at like notifying Facebook about it, so it's always best to check Instagram and Twitter. Either way, we shall continue. I always wondered why there was this thing in here. Like, I imagine it would have just been a straight tunnel, but eh, it's fine. Oh, I don't want to stand in the AoE, jeez. There we go, you are dead. Oh, there's another one. I really hope they do fix the Blizzard things soon. See, luckily at this level I don't have to worry too much about maximizing the output of damage. Wait. Is this Kenneth? No, this is actually a new character. So if I remove my hat, I'm just a potato version of Mewa. Aren't they so cute? Anyway, let's put my hat back on. Zoom out all the way. Sprint back to Blackbrush. think what I might do for today, I might, because I've been streaming for like almost 2 hours now, I might get to like level 10 at least and do 2 of my job quests. And then I might call it for a day, but we'll see. Boy. Well done. It shan't be easy to keep the tunnel free of Colbins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Looks like a child of Muir and Alphino. Wait, don't worry about it. No, she's just a tiny potato. Disruptions to all shipments threaten not only the interest of Amalgina and Sons mineral concern, but of Uldar herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. You gonna... None of these are... Well, actually no, that's quite useful to me. Sweet. Now I'm level 9. Yeah, once I get to level 10, I will probably go back to Uldar, do my job quests, and then I will call it for a day. Let's see. The Autrocious adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating pieces of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share. May I? Rumor has it that there's a vast untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildale. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce that area. But that's not all. Inconsiderably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw, of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wystan. He is very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to carry curry favor to this sacrium. Of course, the Thaumaturge should only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Uldar. If you would have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay the Sultan's ransom. One voice from which is invariable heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He is a long, lavish guild among the Thaumaturge, and some claim that he devises new laws with the expense of intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice to say, if Wystan thinks he can compete with the likes of this syndicate, he is in for a rude awakening, but that eventually may be yet a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting body-abled adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren did say that you're looking for work. Mayhap you should meet Wystan and volunteer for his expedition? So I have to go all the way back. That's fine. Gonna run all the way down. I'm so glad once I get a chocobo, I will not have to run like this anymore. We are here. Ah, you are right here. Okay, come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Oh, damn it. Some brass blades are looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look around them, and when I've time to spare, are sort of taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. But what's with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Is this the job of adventurers, to give out cookies? I ain't going anywhere, missus. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you'll have to carry me. No, take this cookie. A cookie? Well, if Wystan really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want 2 next time. You're a child, but yet you look the same age as me. But Wystan always plays with us. Why can't he come out and play? Take a cookie. Oh, a gingerbread cookie. I better save some for my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him. Bye. Yeah, you look the same age as me. Wystan's kind to us. I like him. Yeah, well, he gave you this cookie and told you to go home. Well, this is for me. I want to eat it, but then again I don't, because then it'll be gone. Tell Wystan thanks, and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way. See, the kids just want to play and they want to be helpful. I like playing with Wystan. He makes sure no one bullies us. Well, he wants you to go home. He's worried about us? Oh, don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. Cool, go home. There we go. Yo, bro, they all went home. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, no work to earn it, no shortage of contempt for the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, and I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business, and then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will claim our dignity, and with our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein. Wystan, you must come in and see. Alright, already? Amazing. We leave at once. You should join us, my friend. Come and bear witness to the history in making. Ooh. How do I... Oh, there we go. See, that's what I don't like about the Aroma Bomb places. They are, like... All of these spaces are, like, so cramped and tiny, and your camera gets stuck. Luckily, there's less of that now, especially in the new expansion. Oh no, I think this thing's gonna aggro onto me. I don't have to... Oh, I do have to go all the way down there. Can I... If I just jump, will I die? Whee! Fate system. Oh, there's a fate nearby. Oh, it's the sprig. Oh, I see. There's a giant spriggin over there. Okay, fine. Oh, it's a solo duty. Okay. Oh no, what's going on? I hope he's okay. What's going on? I thought he was trying to do his best. Foul's balls, son. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined, bloody city? God's damn idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike in rich and get cozy with the Order, while masters of Oldar looked on? No one crosses this syndicate. The syndicate? Haha, finally sunk in, has it? Oh no. Well, look at this. Not all your friends deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy. Now we won't have to die alone. I'm not gonna die. I have a stick. It's the guy in the black coat. O mournful soul of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to live. What? Who was that spouting gibberish? Show yourself. Oh no. Oh no, it's growing. That ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells! Does Lord Lolorito mean to kill us too? Oh, and they all just left. Fine, I see how it is. Tried to intimidate us, and now you're running away. I see how it is. Cool, bro. I'm gonna... Oh, I'm so short, his first attack just dodged. You can punch me all you want, bro, but I'll be fine. So long as I keep my fire thunder up. You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Yes. only restores, yeah, it only, like, Blizzard only restores like 2,500 MP so far. So unless like you're running out and like, you know, giving yourself time for it to replenish is very, very little. Oops. I really like the way that they've done Thunder now, to be fair, because it doesn't cost you anything to cast it. Like, all you need is to wait for Thunderhead to be a thing. There we go, he's dead. Crumble into pieces. That golem could be vanquished. Oh, that woman is no ordinary adventurer. I heard you. Where did you go? Ah, Thancred. Damn, it seems I've missed all the fun. Yeah, you were too late, bro. I see you didn't get any you didn't need my help this time. Pretty sure I didn't need it last time, either. You just happened to jump into it. I know, migraines. Oh, are we learning about Thancred, are we? Look at this womanizer. I could compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Uldar herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. Gay. I have heard it said that the blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. See, such a womanizer. I hear that they attacked another caravan. Yeah, the two ladies have disappeared now. A business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred him up, do you reckon? Another raid. I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If you truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, what is this marvel of a city you lovely ladies might be saying? See, aren't you curious to know what Thancred's doing in the city now? Is he trying to hit an older woman, or is there some ulterior motive? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold, as a result of an uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for this, thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of the etherical flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. Yes, because it's coming closer every day, and of course to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Louis Soir will know what to do. We need only to trust in his judgment. He's wearing a thing in his head. Such a marvel of Charlian integrity. If it is as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Where are we? Are we at the Hermitage Guild? Yeah, we are. Time to focus. No more gallivanting like before. The Scions are counting on us. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. You gotta try your best, Thancred. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan tree? Maybe Papa Shan will know something of this. Know something of it. How recent was this done? It's fairly recent? Are we having visions of the past? Oh boy, I'm awake now. I got up. Huh. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest has already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etherical disturbances. But every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. It isn't my fault, I'm sorry. I'm a new adventurer. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolorito. These tongue twisters of names, man. I heard the Blades mention them as they fled. Believe me when I tell you, he is not the man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day. I suspect that they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. Yeah, I saved you. It's fine. I would speak with you further, but it's not safe for us to linger here. Find me at the coffer and coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I will be safe. I shall accompany Weinstein and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Frankfurt, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Fanaland. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope that when we next meet, it is under the most auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Bye, Frankfurt. I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon, then. Ah, wait a minute. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Oh. I wonder what he was gonna say. Ooh, ah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna kill some of these... No, I won't. I was gonna kill some of these Spriggans to, like, sort of improve my... Well, sort of give me some experience, but they don't give me, give too much experience to begin with. So, yeah. Let's see. Man, I'm so glad none of these things are aggroing onto me. Because I remember when they would all, like, you know, just target you out of, like, thin air. And then you're like, oh crap, I have to run away from these guys now. It must have changed it. So I speak to you. 12 bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own gods. I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the goddamn brass blades. I shouldn't have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted the wealthiest man in Uldar would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking no change to the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sake. That ruthless bastard, and what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Uldar any longer, I'm good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, gods damn it, if Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak to the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the console of Mistress Momodi. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Mayhaps you know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching. I mean, to be fair, everyone on this table are all brass blades because they have the uniform. So surely they would have heard it. Like, heard of everything that guy said. Oh, okay, I have to go back to Mumwadi, so you know what, I'm gonna return. Because at least that will be faster. There we go. You know what, I was gonna wait till I was level 10. Maybe Mumwadi will give me enough experience, maybe? By Adventurers Guild. Up the stairs, into the quicksand. Ugh. I have a habit of just getting stuck in places. Will she give me enough experience? Settle down, Mewa. You've got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know that you were at the ruins. Wystan, on the other hand, is now a parrot, about as welcome round here as a rabid wolf. Poor bugger. Suffice to say, the boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lorito, chairman of the East Eldenard Trading Company, very generous contributor to the Order of Naldval, and a member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he'd be leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Oh, Jesus. Hells, even those blades knew what was coming. It's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Sigh. Don't let this color your view of old art, Mewa. It's true that there are some here who aren't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want. But most of us here are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save the marked man. But I do believe you did the right thing, Mewa, and for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been going through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up a room. My treat. Just have your word with Hotopa. Oh, I hate Lalafell names, they're such a tongue twister. Whenever you're feeling like staying. Yay, I have inn rooms now. Actually, yeah, this is actually a good time to end the stream, actually, if I can sleep in an inn. And when you've got your appetite for adventuring back, considering taking a guild leave or two, I will not be doing those in this run. We've got a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'll be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Houston there can tell you a bit more how the system works. Go and speak with him if you're interested. Yeah, we will not be doing those here. Not for the stream, anyway. Yay! I'm a full-fledged adventurer. Oh, accommodations. Wait, this feature displays the accommodations. Oh, a list of quests of duties. Oh, okay. They can be opened, blah 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 blah. Oh, that's just recommendations. What the hell? Oh, well, I have to get to level 10 anyway. I'm like literally a bit... Well, you know what? I will go into my room. I will end the stream here, mainly because, yeah, there's a few things I need to configure. One, being my HUD layout. Two, being like all of my settings and everything. And three, getting to level 10, which I only need to like kill one thing and I should be fine. No, I can't. Okay. I was curious if I could like actually talk to the summoning bell, but I can't. Can't talk to this thing either. I will unlock him when I can. Can't talk to this. Can't talk to this. Oh wait, and I could actually. I don't need it though. Either way, we shall log out. I just realized I said 2 hours, but I've actually been streaming for like 3 hours now, so that's fun. Oh gosh, that's loud. That's probably why I turned it down to begin with. Let's turn that down. Either way, yeah, we will end the stream here. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope you guys look forward to more Final Fantasy XIV in the future. As I said, I will be streaming this every Sunday, so yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.